Haven't even said anything yet. He's already criticizing, folks.
Maryland, number 1.
All right.
Let's go.
At number 14, the only team in the Big Ten without a win, the Purdue Boilermakers.
I got to be honest with you. Jeff Brom and his behavior during that Penn State game, it's a fireable offense. The last 14 snaps of the game with the lead, fourth quarter, under 8 minutes to go. One run, 13 passes. Jeff Brom should be launched out of a cannon.
9 incomplete passes on top of that. You stopped the clock for them. They didn't need to use any of their timeouts. That's embarrassing.
Cannon, outer space.
At number 13, I don't know how long he'll stay there because rumor has it, this is his year. This is the University of Nebraska. Why? I just don't like Nebraska, and I don't care for Scott Frost.
Okay, I think both of these are really low for reality, but I'll play your game.
How are they that low?
Purdue's not the worst team in the Big Ten.
No, but it's not based off of where they're going to end up. It's where they are right now.
I'm going to refrain. They played terrible against Northwestern. I didn't like the way they played this past weekend. You want to put them at 13? Put them at 13. You're not getting an argument. Scott Frost is dead to me.
This is one game, right?
He's dead to me.
It's just one game. I talked to Greg Jones on the 5-Star Zone, and he told me to tell you, you can't bail on a coach after one game.
Hey, Greg, get a clue.
At number 12, because, well, they just do exactly what I say. They always follow up a good victory with a loss. University of Illinois.
Okay. I have a very personal tie to this game, as that game that blew a parlay for me on Friday night. The ref screwed them out of a touchdown in one of the most ridiculous reviews and still got it wrong situations.
Yeah.
But here's reality. They'd allowed 42 yards in the second half. You can't let a team go 85 yards on the final drive. It's a bad job.
Yeah.
You have to be better. There's really no excuse to lose the game. There's not. Indiana blows.
Right. And the only reason why
Indiana better be the next team on this list.
the number 11 team is Indiana is because Indiana beat Illinois. Other than that, they would probably be 13th or 14th in the league. But they won the game.
By the way,
Tom Allen pulled it off.
For any local people who complain about the broadcast of their team, go listen to the IU broadcast. Whoa, buddy. Is it bad?
That bad? Like
horrendous.
Like just don't care, or are they just over-the-top homers?
Both of them snorted Cialis before the broadcast, and we're treating a game against Illinois like it was the freaking Rose Bowl.
It may have been, Mike.
Awful.
At number 10, because nobody, and I mean nobody, walks into Boston College and gets a victory like the University of Rutgers.
Scumbags. Here's what I will say. I was impressed because Rutgers, right before kickoff, announced they were down 4 starters, including Noah Vedral, their quarterback, and they have a really good tight end. Name escapes me. To go on the road, beat a Power 5 team. Look, I don't think BC's any great shakes. Yurkovich is a pro quarterback. That's a really nice win for Rutgers. There's no other way to say it. It is. Now get out of my conference.
You have to stay there, Mike. At number 9, you won a game. You managed to score 7 points, and one of them was not a touchdown. 2 safeties and a field goal in what can only be called a defensive classic, the University of Iowa.
21 punts between the two teams, 7 of 34 on third downs.
That's just great defense.
It's a disgrace.
Classic.
Now, listen, guys, I got news for you. Iowa, their defense is still outstanding. But this weekend's game and the Cyhawk game against ISU, this might be the most unwatchable football game of the weekend because ISU stinks. They lost everything. And Iowa's offense, if they play anywhere close to that, this might be a 3-0 game.
I was about to say, if anything, Mike, this has to be an under.
Problem is it's 39.5.
Okay.
I can't do that.
You can't.
I can't. I don't have the chops.
This is under.
Okay, well then, you know what?
Okay, you know what?
Fine.
How about an early prop bet? Would you take Michigan's first quarter score or the total between Iowa and Iowa State?
The total of Iowa State. Take it easy. Michigan still has to have the ball to score.
Okay. think that they'll score 42 points in the first quarter.
Oh, my God. Come on. This is an App State
Have
UNC.
you not seen JJ run the read option?
Listen, Saturday night, I'll save my thoughts, but I already have their halftime planned. Go ahead. We'll get to it.
At number 8, we have Northwestern. Not great. Middle of the pack. So they're in the middle. They're at 8.
They're a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
That's what Northwestern is. They're a complete pain in the ass.
Go Cats.
Next.
At 7, I'm going to give it to the University of Minnesota. I like how Ibrahim looked in the game. I just hope that the coach can get out of his own way. PJ Fleck normally finds a way to screw things up.
Quarterback play is continuing to be a problem there. Tanner Morgan and company, like over the last few years, when you look at it, they don't have explosives. They don't have great quarterback play. It's a miracle that they ever had Rashad Bateman. The reality is you're not going to just ground and pound and grind your way to winning the Big Ten. It's not going to happen if you're Minnesota. If you're Michigan, can it? Sure. I've just been super bummed out about Fleck's offensive philosophy and how conservative they are.
Right, but in the Big Ten West, Mike, it may be enough to get you to Indianapolis.
Well, I'm still waiting.
You just hate to see it with PJ Fleck.
I just love people like you who hate him because he left Western.
You still haven't gotten over that?
The principle of the matter.
Yeah.
Hi, we'll 10x your salary. That's how the call goes, David.
No, go Broncos. I'm staying.
Row the boat.
At number 6, it's the home of the freshman of the week, Roman Hembley, the University of Maryland.
I'm staying out of it. This is your team, your coach, your program. You talk about it. I thought they looked like ass against Buffalo.
They didn't look great, but they didn't look like ass, Mike. They looked like a team playing their first game. They looked like a team that, you know what, you're probably not going to learn a lot about them either because I think they got Howard this weekend. So
they have Charlotte on the road.
Oh, okay.
Respect the Niners.
Whatever.
God.
I don't respect those Niners.
They're terrible.
So I look for this to be one of those get-right games, kind of figure it out and try to get your starters out by halftime or mid-third quarter. At number 5, got to do it. It's got to be Penn State. You found a way to win your game. You beat Purdue on the road. Yeah, I'll give it to the Penn State Nittany Lions.
That's it? That's all I get? Listen, man.
That's all I got for them.
They went on the road at night to kind of the darling sleeper of the West.
You got handed a game, and you took the gift and accepted it.
They still had to drive.
Write a thank you note.
Still had to drive the length of the field, late stages, and it was a very nice throw on a wheel route.
Clifford, after coming off of a pick 6, yes, he regained his composure.
Amazing how negative this man can be.
And that's coming from me. I put him at 5.
And then here's the imitation of you doing your power ranks. I guess Penn State's here. Oh, whatever. You act like they went out and they beat, like a local hospital all-star team.
They got a game handed. Make sure you send a thank you note. That's what I would say.
Go
David, isn't that what you would teach your kids? Make sure you thank Miss Johnson for the cookies.
Will you go to number 4 for Christ's sake?
At number 4, I have Michigan State University. Coming off of their win, they started off slow, scored 21 points, looked like the game was over at 21-3 at halftime. They allowed Western to come back, and if it wasn't for Western's offensive linemen, would have been a lot closer score. But then with the starters in the game, they pulled away. They covered for everybody who bet them early. I have them at number 4.
I'm indifferent on it. It's a very meh opening performance. There were things to like, a lot not to like, and Mel Tucker said it best. That performance is just totally unacceptable. So we'll see what they do this weekend. I think anywhere from 4 to 6 is fair. Is there upside to this team? There absolutely is. But I think there's still potential for some fatal flaws. We're going to know a lot more 2 weeks when they play UW. I'm fine with it at 4. Go to 3.
At number 3, moving up, is the University of Wisconsin. They beat Illinois State. Not a great school, but they beat them 38-0. Mike.
Doesn't matter to me. Graham Mertz still blows. 90 of the yards on one run.
I'm negative.
No, I chose my spot. I chose my spot.
Okay.
I'm parking my car. I was totally unimpressed. And until or unless I see a quarterback there, it's the same old, same old. I'm telling you, they got to move on from Paul Christ.
It is, but when you You play a bad team and you don't allow them to score, you did your job.
Wow, bully for you.
Mike, you did your job. I'm expecting that out of Michigan this weekend. Spoiler alert. I don't expect Hawaii to score a point.
Number 2.
At number 2, we just talked about them, the University of Michigan. Despite what's going on with the quarterbacks, they went out there. They did exactly what a team defending Big Ten champions should do. They totally dominated. They never let Colorado State even once think they had a chance in this game.
Well, and this weekend's halftime, make sure you are not out of your seat. They will be ripping Cade's captaincy from him at the half and adorning it on JJ's jersey.
You think he gets black bag? They just put him out there with a black bag over his head.
I was thinking Game of Thrones. He'll be walking nude up the ramp where it says the team, the team, the team, as he is peppered with tomatoes from angry fans.
Shame.
Right, Cade will be carrying a bell. They're going to have Doug and John walking behind Cade, ringing the bell.
Shame.
Doug throwing a tomato at Cade. I kid.
Oh, poor
Everybody
Cade.
calm down.
Cade is going to be the red wedding for you.
And Ohio State number 1.
Yeah, Ohio State number 1 of what they did. They actually played a real team in Notre Dame. Looked like they weren't going to pull this thing off. Finally, Ryan Day realized, I'm the better team.
Right.
Maybe I should just run the ball, get this thing over with. They got the W. It wasn't pretty, but for a first game, they got a lot of things they have to work out as well. But they were probably the only Big Ten team that actually got tested by a real opponent.
It's fair. And those are the Big Ten Power Rankings.